Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video. It's probably not going to be quick, but we'll try, on an affordable night vision setup. A lot of guys are making videos about this, and it's probably going to be beating a dead horse, but this is just my take right off the bat. So, I have two units. My wife has a PVS 7, and I have a PVS 14. Both are Gen 3, and they're crystal clear. I got my PVS 14 through Mod Armory as a demo unit for, I believe, $2,100 before night vision really started kind of becoming a craze. And I found a good deal on tax swap with a pre-owned PVS 7. However, the guy that sent me the tube, or the PVS 7 unit, it was like a package deal with a Mitch helmet and some other stuff. The unit, he claimed, had just been purged and cleaned. And that was not the case. I got it. It looked pretty ratty. I was thinking, oh man, I knew I should have bought a new unit or something from a store, which is a lot of the horror stories you hear from people. So I sent it off to Mod Armory. Turns out it just needed to be purged and cleaned. And it did need a new battery housing, which, wasn't that expensive, but it was a good unit basically. And right now it works perfectly thanks to Mod Armory. So ballpark on that PVS 7, if it didn't need the repairs, it would have been about $1,500. These helmets right here, so they're both the same type of helmet. They're just a cheap bump helmet. You can get them on eBay. Sorry, not eBay, excuse me, Amazon. But they do have a secure mount. There's no wobble to that mount right there. And that's just a Neurotos Rhino 2. I prefer the 2 over the 1 because it has a little bit more adjustability. And when you get to, get into the more Gucci gear, you can change this out for a dovetail mount and then have nicer night vision and stuff. But for right now, these are like between $25 and $100, depending on the quality and where you find them. I got both of mine through Mod Armory because, again, they're always hooking it up. These helmets, you can find the link for them, I believe, at pewpewtactical.com. That's where I heard about them, is that it was a $60 bump helmet with a solid night vision mount. Not name brand, but it works. Before we bust out the night vision units, this is a T-Rex Arms lanyard mount. You can't see the lanyards on there because I actually keep them tied to the night vision, but I believe that having something like this right here versus the little hook things right here is a much better idea. These guys are meant to stabilize the night vision, but they're not going to keep it if you accidentally hit your head on a doorway or something like tree and knock off your expensive monocular or binoculars or whatever you've got. So you want to tie them down. And this is like $30, $35 maybe. Might even be cheaper. I can't remember now. On this helmet, so this is my wife's helmet. We just decided to get it going. This is, again, just Amazon, airsoft stuff, not expensive, but again, we're not operators. We're having fun taking night vision classes, stuff like that, shooting at night. Got AA batteries in here, no lead weights. I think adding weight to your already heavy, night vision / helmet setup, even though these are lightweight, it does get heavy after a couple hours. I think I'd rather do batteries. So that's what I do. I just keep batteries. That way I'm never worried about it. Her helmet does not have ears on it yet. She's got the 3M Earplug Ear Pro. So for now, we don't need it. My helmet, same thing. But I've got a Mohawk and I've got Peltor Comtax with a boom mic. A little bit more expensive setup, but my wife likes to give me good presents. So I'm not complaining. It's awesome. All right, so PVS 14 here. This is a pretty cool mount. It's a Mod Armory on a bayonet mount. So the bayonet mounts, these are your old school, what PVS 14s came with. But the actual PVS 14 mount here by Mod Armory is super cool. So say I got this mounted for my left eye right now. It's a single tube, not a baller. Let's say my left eye gets tired, I'm getting a headache, whatever. Just flip it over. Good for my right eye. Really nice, really stable. not heavy at all. It's going to cost you a little bit, but I ended up getting this. Again, it was a demo unit they had, and it's multicolored, so their salespeople really hooked it up. I don't have any baller lens cap on here. It's just a daylight cover with a sacrificial lens underneath. There are some really cool options out there, like Focus Research has a flip-up cap with different reticles from what I understand. So you have your daylight cap, or you have just your close-up focus cap. And then they also have one with an iris, which is about $240 per unit. A little more expensive. Again, I'm not that baller at the moment, so this is just a budget setup. So that's my 14. That was about $2,100 before the mount, before the Rhino, and before the helmet. Here's my wife's 7. Nice clean unit. As far as PVS 7 versus 14 goes, a lot of people say not to get a PVS 7 because it's about 30 years old, whereas the 14 is about 20 years old. If you're really not sure if you want to get into it, a Gen 3 PVS 7 that's in good shape with a good price for anywhere from $1,900 to $1,400, depending on the quality of it, what you find pre-owned on, say, TaxSwap or a site like that. If it's in good shape, I don't see a problem with that. Why not have a set of PVS 7? It's a good single tube, dual eye night vision setup. It doesn't give you the headache that a PVS 14 might give you. For me, I don't get that. I'm used to the PVS 14. Some people have a problem with that. I had a friend who, when he was in Afghanistan, that was what he was issued, as a PVS 14. And it drove him nuts. He always had a headache. Couldn't stand it. Granted, Marine Corps, couldn't switch eyes, didn't have good mounts, any of that stuff. That's just how it was. PVS 7 gives you the feeling of depth perception that you don't have with a single tube, although it is just a single tube being mirrored onto both eyes. So that's kind of something you have to think about. And then as far as parts go, I still see a lot of PVS 7 parts for sale all over the place, so I don't really see a problem with getting a 7. I mean, honestly, the minute you look through a Gen 3 night vision tube, you're going to be like, damn, I don't even care what it is. This is so cool. You can the stars, you can see at night on a walk, people cruising around, anything. It's amazing. It really is. You can't even be explained on YouTube. You have to see through it yourself. And then it's like, I would like one of those. Anyway, so onward. So for a rifle setup, I have a Holosun LS321. It's got tape on it, so it's camouflaged. I know. Make fun of me if you want. I don't care. Basically, I found this guy on TaxSwap for about $500. It's got a IR illuminator, an IR laser, and a green laser. And it's, I believe, a half ounce or an ounce lighter than an actual Steiner D-Ball A3. I'm eventually going to put a D-Ball A3 on there because there's some really cool systems out there, like Trigger Point, where you can kind of hook your light laser and night vision into one setup, and then one click of a switch allows you to go white light green laser or IR laser, and it's just pretty cool. So anyway, I've got also, forgot to mention, Unity taps on here with 1,000 lumen streamlight. Budget setup, again, found that Holosun for about $500. Streamlight's $100, but it's 1,000 lumens. That's pretty nice. And the Unity taps is $150, I believe. It's a Gen 2 Holosun, so you got to watch out for that if you're looking for them. The Gen 1 was a proprietary Holosun pressure pad, excuse me. Gen 2 is a standard mil-spec. You can put like Unity tactical adapters or other pressure pads on there. But anyway, so, you're looking at $650, $750 for the light laser and pressure pad. And then I'm running an EOTech. That's obviously not cheap either, but in terms of just the night vision setup, the light laser there is $750. My wife's rifle, she wanted a lightweight option. She does not like heavy rifles. So this is pretty cool, and it's a lot brighter than you'd imagine. This is a TLR VIR2 by Streamlight. It's actually a pistol laser. It's got a pistol white light that's, I believe, 300 lumens. It's got a IR laser and IR illuminator, no green laser. So you do need to sight it in at night with either like a telluric group target with glint tape or a Bare Solutions target where you print it out and you put your own glint tape on. We ended up using the telluric group, and I used a CQBR right-mounted target for her laser because it is mounted on the right side of the handguard. Now, it's pretty lightweight. I believe it's like 4 ounces or something without a battery. And we were just at a big night vision event near us. And tell you what, the illuminator on that thing, it's a flood illuminator, not a dialable laser like the D-Ball or the Holosun where you can make it a pencil beam or a flood. But it lit up an entire hillside about 100 yards out. And you could clearly see at night, I have about a quarter mile out my window of property. And you can see it all the way down the light with Gen 3 night vision. Now, I mean, can I identify things clearly at that distance? No. Can I see things moving? Yes. Can I put a laser on things for other people to see way the hell out there? Absolutely. So power-wise, I think it's a 0.5 milliwatt. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. I guess once you start getting into night vision more, it matters. But basically, it's a really nice lightweight pistol laser that I put on a super lightweight carbine. And that's not a real suppressor, by the way. We're definitely not that cool. It's just a pin and welded fake can. But that light is like $297. So $300 plus a mount if you want it to be angled up a little bit more on the right side. So you're looking at stuff that isn't that expensive. And I wanted to make a quick budget setup, so Holosun, TLR VIR2 pistol light on a lightweight carbine, $60 bump helmets, things like that. And then as far as the night vision goes, this one here is a used purchase, which is very, hit or miss. You can get screwed pretty easily. And then my 14 here is purchased demo, new, refurbished, whatever you want to call it, from Mod Armory, and the quality is just awesome. It's awesome on the PVS 7 once they went through it. But yeah, I hope this helps some people out there. And also, if you're thinking like, oh man, the helmet thing, that's, a little too tactical for me. I'm not into that. Like, I like going to the range. I like shooting. I like having a little bit of gear, maybe a battle belt or a competition belt. I had a friend ask me when all this coronavirus nonsense started, if I could recommend a belt setup for him. He wanted a quote-unquote quick response belt. And he's like, I'm not a SWAT officer. I'm never going to be SWAT. I just need something, maybe I need to get to my ammo quickly. And it's like, well, dude, it's America. No one said you're trying to be a SWAT officer. Like, my reloads are faster when I'm reloading from HSGI tacos on a battle belt than they are when I'm reloading from concealment, like on a concealed carry rate. So obviously, if you want to get it, get it. The same goes for the night vision stuff. If you want to get it, if you want to shoot at night, even if you're not like a big night hunter in Texas getting pigs or wherever in the Midwest getting pigs or stuff like that, if you want to get it and it's within your means, it's America. Get it. Don't worry about other people judging you. And you don't have to get tactical with the night vision stuff. The only reason I have the helmet is because it's the most comfortable way to wear night vision. The skull crushers are truly skull crushers. They suck. They'll give you a headache pretty quick, and they're awkward to wear. It's just get a bump helmet, something nice, something comfortable. Get some good pads in there. Speaking of that, this helmet here does have hardhead veteran pads. I can't really see that too well, I guess, so there's not really a point in showing you guys, but they're nice, and they're not expensive, and I don't think they get hot spots real bad. So that's another little thing on there. And as far as IR patches go, if you get into that, whatever, I felt like I should have some IR marking on my helmet so that in case there's somebody unsafe at the range or area we're shooting, there's a little bit of marking, there's a glow stick in the back, whatever. AWS Incorporated, AWS Inc., or AWSIN.com. Former special operations guy, makes some really nice gear. And they make great patches made in the USA. Takes a little while to get them, but it's American made, unlike a lot of this other stuff on the table. And you know, you're supporting a business that supports troops, or if you care. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Hope this video isn't too much babbling. Talk to you soon.